I wanted to do a new moon in Pisces video today because we have the new moon coming up in 2 days, on 9 degrees of, actually in 3 days, on 9 degrees of Pisces on the 28th of February. So, yeah, this is going to be for a specific group of people. So if you don't feel resonating with it, if you don't resonate with this, please use your discernment. It might not be for you. But if you are coming across this video, I very much trust that you are here for a reason. Um, so with this new moon in Pisces, I feel like there's a big shift happening for you. And maybe you want to also check out where 9 degrees of Pisces are falling into your chart, because this is the area of your life where you feel this shift the most. So, for example, 9 degrees of Pisces is in my 10th house, or it's on my midheaven, which means it's my public self. This is where I am like mostly feeling this shift in energy, my public self, the way I am like also showing up here. But for you, that might be in a total different area. So it could be that for you, it's in the area of your relationship, or it could be that for you, it's in the area of your family life or in the area of your friends group or whatever. So this shift is very much about you leveling up, and you're really, I feel like, yeah, just let me breathe a moment because, yeah, I just need to calm myself down sometimes because I really need to get this message across, right? So, so what I'm feeling is you have been in this place the past maybe even years. I feel like yeah, I feel like you're somebody who is working on yourself. You're working on yourself a lot. You're really somebody who is very has very high goals and very high standards. But you don't have you have high standards of yourself. You want to be the best version of yourself always. You're really caring about how you are expressing yourself, how you are interacting with people. And I feel like you might have had some fears around, expressing yourself in a certain way. Um, I feel like you have had maybe some um, limiting beliefs around how you needed to show up in order for people to see you in a certain way. Maybe you had this idea that you always need to be perfect, or maybe you had this idea that you always need to be, um, yeah, you cannot, you almost, yeah, you cannot be all of you. It feels like you cannot be all of you. Um, because if you are all of you might trigger some people. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of fear of triggering people. There's a lot of fear of saying the wrong thing. Um, a lot of fears around being misunderstood. Um, being misunderstood. Yeah, and almost needing people to, yeah, needing people's appreciation or feedback in order for you to feel good about yourself, in order for you to feel like you're doing something good in the world. It's like you are attaching your value to the people around you, how they react to you. And I feel like you're stepping out of this. Just to make this very clear, you're stepping out of this. You are really stepping out of this. Yeah, you are not fearful. You are like entering a time in your life where you are not fearful anymore of other people's perceptions of you, other people's projections of you. You are not fearful anymore of what other people think of you if you're showing up in a certain way. And this has, I feel like, yeah, I feel like this has been such a sorry, I'm getting emotional again. Yeah, because I just can so relate to that. I'm not only giving you this reading, I'm also giving myself this reading. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, you have been in this space where it's just a one moment, Theo needs some attention. Oh, I think, yeah. Oh yeah. I think you needed the attention. You needed attention from, certain people in order to feel good about yourself. You needed them to kind of validate you in order to feel good about the things that you were saying. You depended on other people's opinions of you. So, meaning that whenever somebody was like misunderstanding you, or whenever like you felt people were misunderstanding you, you were really, um, yeah, you took it in. You were like thinking that there's something not right with you. Yeah, you were really taking it in. So I feel like. Yeah, I feel like, and this is actually something that I was already talking about, but I feel like you're really breaking free of that. You're really breaking free of needing other people's confirmation. Yeah, needing other people's confirmation for you to feel good about what you are sharing, for you to feel good about your own truth, for you to feel good about yourself almost. Like there's this attachment to needing other people to like you in a certain way or see you in a certain way. Yeah, maybe you are not speaking your truth as well. You were not saying everything. You were not expressing everything because you were always like almost like super hyper aware of other people's perceptions, but know that those perceptions they were not really, it was not really about them, it was in your own mind. So you had those perceptions of those people because they were in your own mind. That was deceptive energy within you. It's when you are, for example, you are expressing something to a friend, and you are immediately, when you're expressing it, you are immediately thinking of what the other person thinks about you right now when you are expressing that thing. So you almost made up your own stories in your own mind, um, of how other people are perceiving what you are saying. But this was deceptive energy within you that needed to be released. And I feel like with especially these last few weeks, with Mars being in retrograde, I feel like you have been able to release a lot of those old fears. You have been able to release a lot of those old ideas of how you needed to be in order to be loved, of how you needed to be in order to be accepted. And these deceptions of your own mind are now ready to leave. You are now ready to let them go, and you are now ready to step into a new version of yourself. You are like up leveling big, big, big time, girl. You are up leveling big time because now you feel like, yeah, now you feel like more free to really express yourself. Or you feel I feel like you're feeling so much more free. You feel like you feel so much more secure within you, where you are actually, it's not that you don't care anymore, but you know who you are. You know who you are, and you know that you are coming from a good place. Yeah, you know that you are coming from a good place, and you know your intentions, and you know that that you won't create that. Yeah, you just know who you are. That's what I want to say. It's just you just know who you are. Yeah, and I pulled so many beautiful cards. So first I pulled the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is very much about, creating financial stability for yourself. Like really, and but it's more about it's more about you really realizing your worth. It's more about you really understanding how valuable you are. You understanding yeah, you understanding your own worth and how much wisdom you have, and that you actually really need it in this world. I feel like, yeah, you're really coming to this revelation that there's so much within you that yeah, that you need to share, need to express, because it's so valuable what you have to give. You understand that it's so valuable whatever you have to give, because you went through so much in your life, and yeah, you made, yeah, it's almost like you made gold out of shit, is the energy. Yeah, you created gold out of it. You created gold um out of your hardships, basically. And you really understand that now, and you really know that you have so much to give. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. I also pulled the Queen of Wands. What I feel like is you're trusting your intuition way more. You're trusting your intuition way more. You are like really, yeah, you're really going after your passions. You're really excited about sharing your wisdom with the world, but you are like really focusing on your own joy. Because maybe until now you have maybe felt like you needed to do the thing that gets you a lot of attention, you needed to do the thing that gets you the most validation or whatever. And now you are realizing, no, it's about me having fun. It's about me getting excited. It's about me feeling joyful when I'm doing what I'm doing. So this is the energy that you're stepping into. It's about you following your joy, especially with the full moon in Leo, the last full moon. I feel like we have been working through so much of those limiting stories that were preventing us from truly stepping up and truly following our joy. So there's so much like, yeah, there's so much excitement ahead for you. I pulled the sun, which is totally talking about the same thing, actually. But you are really feeling like you almost feel like there's a childhood dream coming true for you. Yeah, this is talking about like the child sitting on her horse, the sun, she's like excited on the horse. So you might even pick up on, yeah, you might also pick up on old like hobbies, or like things that you felt like you couldn't do because there was not enough time, but now you realizing, your joy, your excitement is actually the biggest priority for you. And you need to follow whatever brings you joy. So this is very much the card about that, the card for that. There's so much fulfillment waiting for you on the other side. This is really your cup being full. You are like really, stepping into this time in your life where you feel like your cup is full. You have so much to give because your cup is full, because you are not trying to express yourself from an empty cup anymore. No, you have done so much work on yourself the past weeks, years, even months, years, that you are now at this point where you know how to fill your own cup break because Theo needed some attention. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that you are giving from a full cup because you realize how you can fill your own cup. You know now how you can fill your own cup, and you are not giving from an empty cup anymore. You are not giving because you feel like you need you need to give in order to feel good about yourself. You realize that you want to actually give, that giving is actually something that really feels very good to you. Yeah, yeah, I feel like you are understanding that by you giving, you feel more fulfilled. You can actually give in a way that you are filling your own cup as well, because all of those old stories about how you have to show up, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your career, in your career, it doesn't matter, but you understand that you have so much to give. You are so valuable, and you don't need to hide any parts of yourself anymore. So you feel more free. You feel more excited because now you feel like you can really be yourself, You can really be yourself in whatever it is, what you do in whatever area that is, you know. Maybe in the past you felt like you couldn't be yourself in your relationships. You needed to always be a certain way, and that was draining. And then you felt like you are giving from an empty cup. That's the energy. And now you're really realizing, I know I can be myself. I can be myself. I can be myself. And that is actually so fulfilling. The moment you are yourself, giving from your authentic self, it doesn't drain you anymore, it doesn't take from you anymore. It actually fulfills you. That's the energy. Yeah, I love that. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, what else does want to come forward with this reading? So just a little recap. So you are coming out of this time in your life where you put other people's opinions first, where you made, yeah, where you attached yourself to other people's perspectives, and you needed them to conform or to confirm of you or to accept you in a certain way so that you are accepting yourself almost. But the thing is, most of the time you made it up in your mind. It was not other people's perceptions that were actually the problem, let's say. It was your own mind that was tricking you into this feeling of you needed to be a certain way because maybe in your childhood you needed to be a certain way, or maybe you have had experiences where you were judged by other people's. Maybe you had, experiences in your, I don't know, in school or whatever, where you were really judged for being you, for, being your weird self. But now you come to the realization that you are actually perpetuating that cycle by constantly expecting other people to judge you because you are a certain way, and then you are hiding yourself, you're limiting your expression. And that limitation of your expression is actually what drains you. If I Yeah, that limitation of your expression is what drains you. And that's why you always felt like you couldn't be yourself. But it was not necessarily other people, it was you and your mind feeling scared of other people's judgments, but the judgments were living in your own head. You know what I mean? Okay. So, and now you're moving out of that. You are moving out of that, and you are really stepping into this version of yourself that feels so much more aligned with your true self, that feels actually excited. She feels like, yeah, she feels excited. She feels joyful. She feels like finally she can be herself. That's the energy I'm getting. And it gives you so much energy, gives you so much energy. Wow, this is such a cool message. Yeah, this new moon is very, very significant. It's also the start of the eclipse season. It's also the start of the eclipse season. And the eclipse season is always, in eclipse season, we are always asked to step into this version of ourselves even more, even deeper. And I feel like, yeah, there's so much joy for you. There's so much joy for you. On this path. And you're realizing that it's all about you being yourself. And that's what actually gives you energy. And then you can give. Yeah. she's reaping like the seven of pentacles. She's reaping the fruits of her reward. I feel like because you are now stepping more into that version of yourself that is truly authentic, there are more and more people recognizing you, but it's not because you did the thing that you thought you needed to do in order for people to recognize you. It's because you are yourself, and people feel that energy. People understand, or people, yeah, they just can feel when you are in your true self, and that's magnetic. That's the Queen of Wands. She is magnetic because she is following her intuition. She's following her passions, you know. Yeah, and the Seven of Coins really talks about like reaping the fruits of your labor. I feel like for maybe the last years, yeah, you made progress, definitely, but there was not this shift where you felt like truly, truly secure within you. There were still a lot of fears coming up around your own expression. And I feel like you are stepping into this era of your life now where you are finally able to reap the rewards, to also see it physically manifested in your reality, that you are way more secure within yourself. So that's really, yeah, what I'm getting from this card. Okay, what else is here? Given. Oh, the Ace of Wands. This is new beginning. This is a new beginning. This is, yeah, taking action on something. Mm, yeah, yeah. There is also some action needed from you, towards something that really feels fulfilling to you, that you haven't maybe that you didn't pursue yet because you always felt scared of people's judgments, of how they perceive you when you are doing that. Um, yeah, there's this like new motivation to actually go after that thing. And if you have been going after that thing, maybe this means like you fully going after it. Um, yeah, because that's also something, yeah, that's also one of my patterns actually that I already described in one of my other videos. Sometimes we are, not going fully for something because we are scared that if we are going fully for it, we are disappointed. We are getting disappointed. We are maybe not successful with it, and then we feel disappointed. So what we do is we already before we even go fully for it, we are like sabotaging ourselves, and we are not, yeah, we are only giving half of our energy to that thing. So maybe there's something in your life that you have not given your full energy, although you knew it would make you happy, although you knew that this was the thing that you needed to pursue, but you didn't give it your full energy. And now you're breaking out of that, and you are now like understanding that you need to give your full energy to that. And yeah, this is the realization here. You need to give your full attention to that. And if this is a new thing, if you haven't pursued that thing now is the time to really take action. Now is the time to step up. Now is the time to show up, you know? Oh, I love this. I love this energy. All right. Guys, I think that's it. Splitting the deck to the Four of Wands, which is all about 11. This is the card that is talking about 1111, which is all about soul fulfillment. It shows like this couple here. It can literally mean for you fulfillment in your relationship. It can mean that you are, just in general feeling more fulfilled on your path. It can mean fulfillment in work, whatever feels right for you. this is your confirmation that that fulfillment that you are desiring is on its way. And that by you, being your more and more yourself, you are attracting in all of those soul desires. Um, whether that's relationship, whether that's in your work life, you are attracting in all your soul desires the more you are authentically yourself. I think that's the main message of this reading. Give me, what do you give me? Give me a rainbow and a heart if you made it until the end. Let me know in the comments if this was resonating with you, how this was maybe even resonating with you. Yeah, give me a heart and a rainbow if you made it until the end. And I wish you the best new moon. I'm so excited for you, and I see you in my next one. Bye, love.